Welcome back to Creative Thinkers. My name is Miguel Valenzuela, and as always, we bring you very special guests and very talented guests today. Today we have Taylor and Bash. Taylor, Bash, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having us.
So super excited because I saw Bash for the very first time at a studio of a guest that I had a while back, and I was very impressed. Bash walks in wearing a luchador mask, and I'm like, who is that kid? Then he comes back without the luchador mask, wearing these bright red glasses. I'm like, I have to interview him. So immediately I get in touch with you. So let's learn a little bit about Bash and what he does. So his name is Sebastian, so I guess we can start there because that's a creative way to kind of give an artist their name. Tell us a little bit about that.
So Sebastian's name, well, his dad wanted to name him Sebastian. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, okay, everyone has the name Sebastian. How can we make him a little different with his name? Mm-hmm. So around 5 months, he's already crawling and climbing on the furniture, the couches, you name it, and he's bashing into things. I'm like, okay, Bash. This is going to be your nickname, Bash, because he doesn't sit still. He could never stand to be like lying on his back. You know, he's like, I have to be moving. To this day, it's the exact same thing. He has to be moving at all times.
Which is a fantastic thing because the energy, I think, reflects in what he does, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And I saw right away that he had talent, but I didn't know exactly what he did. Can you explain to us literally what he does? Because I know he plays guitar, but he has a whole bunch of other talents as well.
So Sebastian actually started on the ukulele, and then he moved over to guitar in the same month, and he also sings. So he does take lessons for both guitar and ukulele. He also does group lessons. He performs recitals, but he also likes to perform around the city. So he's been booking his own gigs since October. And the reason he started booking in October is because through the studio that he has his lessons at, they actually performed for 915 Day at Chuco Relic.
Okay.
And after that, I had people reaching out to us on his Instagram going, does he perform on his own? Right. We have to have him. And at first it started with some K-pop events at pop-up markets, and now it's just grown. We even play at the Lucha League Wrestling. Okay. And we have a standing gig with them at the first of every month. Oh, really? Before they have their match.
So now he's just booked?
He's booked, and he keeps getting more and more gigs, which is fun because now he has a little band that he's formed with some of his friends from the studio, and they absolutely love it. I mean, the talent is unreal. And not just with him, it's with all of these kids. It's incredible.
And you know, one of the things that I really thought stood out to me immediately was his persona, the way that he carries himself. Now, is that something that he had as a child, or is it something that he's grown into? Because obviously you've seen him grow up. Oh,
he's had it since day one. When he could babble, he would get my jump rope, and he'd be on the end of the jump rope just babbling and trying to sing something, even though he couldn't even say mama. He was just listening to music. His dad and I are both very musically inclined, where we do love music and we do listen to it. My mom did too, and you know, we'd always encourage him with it. And the great thing about Sebastian is that he loves to meet people. He loves to talk to people. He's not shy. He's interested in everything. If he sees something that's intriguing, he'll go up to you and ask, hey, what is that? There's a musical instrument. Hey, can I see your guitar? What kind is it? Is that a bass? Is that a drum? Like what parts of the drums like do you use to play on all your songs?
So he's very observant, I guess? Is. And he's not afraid to speak to people, is
not
what I'm
at
getting.
All.
Why do you think that's an important aspect of what any individual should have?
I think it's important because as we grow up, and even for me growing up in private school, you know, I was thrown into public speaking starting at the age of 4. It would be as simple as speaking at Mass and doing the readings during Mass. For Bash, it's the same thing. He attends the same private school I did. He goes to St. Raphael, and he's learning. It's good to have these skill sets because in the future, you have to learn how to communicate with people. Nowadays, we see kids on their tablets texting, and they can't carry a simple two-way conversation. Maintaining eye contact. And those are essential life skills to have, so that way he can become a better individual in the future. That way he can thrive when he wants to interview for a job, when he wants to make his own gigs or even book his own things. He can be out there talking to people instead of him going, oh, you know what? I don't know what to do. Where's my phone? I'll just text it to you.
Yeah, no. I think it's very interesting that individual as young as Bash can actually have those attributes. Is it something that you and your husband, I would assume, worked with when he was a child, or was it just something that he kind of came hardwired with, I guess?
I think he was more hardwired with it. I think
Really?
for us,
Okay.
it was just fine tuning. We'd take him out with us everywhere, whether it was to restaurants, any outings, like even we would take him to the museums when he was little, to the History Museum, Museum of Art, just so that way he knew everything about his culture growing up. I thought that was important, and so did his dad.
Absolutely.
And we also encouraged him, hey, if you're at a restaurant, you need to learn your manners. You're gonna say yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, but you're also gonna order your own food. That was important for him to learn. You're not gonna be shy. If you want a soda, please can I have a soda? Please can I have another pizza? And to this day, he is not shy. I think at Hudson's, he'll order like 4 pizzas just for himself. And he's like, keep them coming, ladies. And I'm like, okay, let's slow it down a bit.
And so what exactly do you focus on with him? Because he already seems very talented. What do you kind of allow him to do? What don't you allow him to do? What kind of attributes does he have that help define who he is as an individual?
Well, Sebastian is very unique. He has the biggest heart. So for him, he loves entirely with his heart. When he meets friends, he wants to be your best friend right at the beginning. And it's more...
He makes deep connections now
he
with
does.
people. Okay.
He does with everyone that he meets. I mean, it's wonderful to see because, but now like when you see a lot of kids, they're so into their technology and just so into, you know, hey, I'll play a video game with you. He's like, okay, I can do that for a little bit, but I want to play my music. Being at the studio, he's found like-minded individuals to where he can be with people that are just as into music as he is.
Yes, absolutely.
And even growing up at home, you know, he struggled a lot in school, you know, even with reading especially, you know, and math. And he was having a difficult time in trying to learn. Once we put him in music, I'm not even joking, his grade shot up over 30 points in 3 weeks because music clicked for him.
Wow.
Clicked. He went from failing and then passing now with like A's and B's.
But how does that happen? Where do you think the disconnect was before, and how do you think music actually helped? Because one of the things that we talk about in this show, thinking creatively and understanding the whole creative process, I try to make the connections with my guests as to what this creative thing is and how it helps people succeed.
Yes, and for him, his first grade teacher was the first one to identify it to me. She's like, look, maybe
The music aspect?
Yes, she's
Okay.
like, maybe music will help him because he doesn't have a lot of focus on his attention. So he does have ADD. He has ADHD and attentive type. So for him, music actually helped focus that for him.
Okay.
So he can hum in class, he can sing a bit, but that keeps him focused when he's reading, whether he's doing a math problem, whether he's focusing, and that doesn't bother anyone in the class. His teachers encourage it. Even
Okay.
when he went into 3rd grade, his teacher, Mr. Denning, who's still at the school, he lets him perform. That's
Oh, really? In
that's
front
a
of the other
motivator for him.
children?
Yes,
Cool.
it's a motivating factor for him. He lets him perform little concerts. So, hey, Bash, you do well on this, you can perform. Giving him that positive reinforcement and
Right,
giving
right.
him those motivating factors is what's really pushed him and has really helped him have that incentive like, hey, if I do well here, I know I'm going to be rewarded. I do well in school, I can be rewarded. I do well with my gigs. Hey, I can start investing and saving money so I can get more equipment, like his pedals, all the overdrive stuff. He wants
Right,
the
right,
picks, guitars, and he's earned all that. He's done it himself, but also maintaining being humble at home and knowing, hey, there's a time limit. You have to go to bed at this time. You know, we have to do homework first.
Right.
Granted, he's not always going to be perfect. No child is.
Right,
You know,
that's correct.
we're going to have our arguments. It's going to be a little difficult, especially in the homework aspect, but I see that he's grown tremendously and he has done so much better as an individual to where he is polite with people. He invites everyone to come with him, whether it's a little kid. Hey, do you want to come play? Anyone. It doesn't matter. He wants to make friends.
He has no issue meeting people and kind of
None.
bringing them into his little circle.
None.
That's beautiful.
He even, one of his best friends now, he's 13 years old, he went up to him and he's like, hey, bud, I love the way you play guitar. I love the way you drum. Can I jam out with you?
I love it.
You have teenagers going, okay. And so he'll hang out with them at the studio at their own band practice and he's just jamming out. I'll walk by the room and there's a glass room I can see them in. There's Bash just hitting a snare.
That's awesome.
I'm like, okay, here you are. Huh, bud?
And it's really cool that he's able to kind of comprehend what he's trying to do at such a young age as well. Is that also something that you guys help him with? Because I remember when I was a kid, I had all these things that I wanted to do, these aspirations and whatnot, but I couldn't focus very well. I'm older, so back in the day, they didn't tell you that, hey, you have ADHD or whatever, so my focus was, not really in one particular thing. But I applaud the fact that you were helping him, kind of help him with what he's doing and the focus and the road that he's trying to take. How important is it for you to help him with that?
It's very important. I've always encouraged him to do what he loves and to try new things. Even when he wanted to be a chef at one point, we put him in a cooking school at Melting Pot where he actually learned how to clean knives and clean the kitchen and sanitize.
My kids did the same thing.
Yes, and he loved it. And he's like, okay, I think I'm done with this. But when it came to music, I said, if we're going to invest, you have to make a commitment.
Right.
You can't just start something and quit. I see that a lot happening, where, okay, my kid doesn't want to do cheerleading, I'm going to pull them out.
Right.
Or my kid doesn't like karate anymore, I'm going to pull them out. I'm like, no, if we're going to invest in this, you're going to sign up for a year and you're going to commit to it. Even with his soccer team at school, you want to play soccer, you're committed to the team, but you maintain your grades. So ensuring that he is on task with his commitments and that he does follow through with them is essential, because we have to do that as adults. We show up to work every day, we have to make sure we're doing our job.
That's exactly right.
Because if we don't do that, we're not going to get paid, or we can be fired from it.
Exactly.
So we do have to maintain that professionalism and teach kids these skills early, because the earlier we teach them, the more likely they're going to stay with the children growing up.
And one of the things that we do here also is a huge focus on thinking outside the box, the creative aspect of it, right? How important is it for you and Sebastian to think outside the box? And in which ways does he do that? And maybe you guys too.
Well, for him musically, he's always trying to think of different ways to make a different sound. So he's currently writing his own song with his teacher and coming up with the melodies and the beats so they can record it. For me, he's like, Mom, I want to perform. I have to be creative in thinking, okay, where can he go and sing? He's only 10 years old. And so I'll call people and they're like, well, we don't have budget for music entertainment today. And I'm like, that's okay. They're kids, they play for free. It's fine. They're paying their dues right now. Let's just have fun. And even the parents that I do have helping me, like with Bash and the band, we all get together and we find different places for them to play at. And it's wonderful because it's that communication aspect, because we're still making better communication and better connections out in the community. So,
which is extremely important. It's not just about living a life within yourself, it's also living a life around everything that exists, right?
Absolutely.
And it's important for him to learn that. You said that you had him in a Catholic school or a private school. Why did you make the choice to put him in that type of a school as opposed to put him in a public school?
So I went to St. Raphael from pre-K to 8th grade, and it was the best foundation I could have ever asked for.
Okay.
There, it's different than public school, because where I see public schools as teaching to test, and that's how they get their funding, and I completely understand that. And there are still very good teachers in the public school system.
Oh, absolutely.
There's excellent teachers, and teachers are very undervalued in all areas I see. There needs to be more focus in giving quality teachers, their due diligence. But in private school, I have a little more leeway as a parent in being more involved with my child. It's a smaller classroom environment. It's more one-to-one. I have much better communication with the teacher, the principal, the front staff. I walk in, everyone knows who I am. Everyone knows who Sebastian is walking in that door. From the pre-kinders all the way to the 8th graders, they know.
Is that because he wears a luchador mask?
He can't wear the luchador mask to school. We've tried, okay?
No hats either.
Yeah, no hats either. He's tried, and he's like, I can't get away with it, Mom. I tried, Principal will let me get away with it. It's okay. But it feels like a family there.
Great.
And that has provided us a nurturing environment, especially for him, to where he can express himself. How many teachers are going to let their kid go and be like, hey, bud, you want to give a performance? Go for it.
Oh, no, I know teachers that get upset because the students try too hard to do many things. And they're like, no, you got to focus on this, that, or the other, or else you're not going to pass.
And they focus on his individuality there.
Yeah,
That's what's
great.
important, is that they see each child as an individual, and it's not just a number or trying to push a test. It's about teaching them so they learn. So they are educated, so they know our history, so they know everything that's going on in the world today. So they are efficient readers. They can effectively communicate with everyone.
Right.
And I think it's a huge important aspect, and that's why I chose St. Raphael, because that was my home.
Right.
It's home for him too, and he walks in the door and they know, even if he's tardy, like, okay, Sebastian, are you eating lunch today? I'm in it.
Well, it's a wonderful story that you talk about your child. How important is it for you that he keep going with what he does, playing music?
Oh, if this is what he wants to do as a career, I will support him 100% and do everything in my power to push him through to get there, whatever he wants, huh, bud? Yeah.
So I always ask my guests if they have any advice. And speaking to a mother of a child that has a real focus, what advice can you give other mothers that are out there or anybody out there that will help them in their life journey?
So for other parents, other moms that are out there, always support your children. Talk to them. It's important to always ask them how they're feeling. Ask them what's wrong. Don't talk at them. Meet them at their level. And always tell your kids, you know what? Even if they're being bullied at school, even if they don't really have all the friends in the world there, you know what? Say, you know what? These may not be your people, but your people will find you. Because people will gravitate towards you in your like-mindedness. People will come to you in your interests later on. It doesn't mean right now at 10 years old, these are your forever friends, because everyone's interested in everything right now.
Absolutely.
And that's okay. It's rare when you have a 10-year-old that's as focused and knows, like, I want music as my career. What do I need to do to get there? Understanding that educational aspect, but supporting them. If parents can support their children and really talk to them, as opposed to just putting them through a system and saying, oh, do your work on your own, the relationships are going to be so much better.
Oh, I agree. I think that's one of the most important things, is that you allow your children or people that are around you to be who they are. Individuality, I think, is very important as well. Do you see that as being a big aspect in Bash's life?
Oh, absolutely. It's like I tell him, it's better to be different. Don't be normal. If you want to stand out, by all means. You want to be weird, be weird. It's okay. No, life is too short to be boring and just stick to one thing.
Oh, absolutely.
If you want to just expand and fly one day, fly. You want to be a singer today? That's fine. Tomorrow you're going to be a doctor? Then you're going to be a singing doctor for all I know.
That's exactly right.
That's okay.
That's exactly right.
Right,
and I'm glad that you are there to help him out, because that's what I think the young people need today, is individuals that can help guide them. You talked about how he's very focused in what he's doing now in school. How important is school for him? Because you say that he learns a lot of things. How important is it?
It's very important. It's like I tell him, one of his favorite bands is AJR, and they're all college graduates and masters. I'm like, you can have a career in music, but you also need to be educated enough to know what's going on in the world, to know your demographics, to know the different aspects. How is he going to compose if he doesn't have the education? How is he going to learn how to write this music if he doesn't know how to read?
Yeah.
He has to know mathematics too. The different notes, how many frets are on a guitar. You know, how many strings do you need? What do you need? The tension rods, everything. There's science, there's math, there's reading. Everything is crucial in music. And granted, I have no musical talent whatsoever. Okay, I lack it, I can admit it, and that's fine. It is perfectly fine by me. He has all the musical talent in the world. So for him, it's like, I'll push that part of it, going, hey, I can do the academics, but I'm going to push that for you so you learn to channel it into your music.
And another thing that we always talk about in this show is, what kinds of life experiences have you had that have either helped him or helped you become the person that you are to be able to help him?
I think my mom was the biggest role in my life. I mean, I had two very strong parents growing up. I mean, both of them are now, my mom passed away recently this month.
May she rest in peace.
And she was my rock for everything. And she always encouraged me and supported me. And we always talked. She was my best friend.
So she kind of taught you a little bit about how to be when you have children.
Yes, she did.
That's awesome.
She was crucial in that. And she was with us till the very end. Bash and I were fortunate enough to be with her till she took her last breath. You know, she was that pivotal in our life to where, you know, she was our everything. And she loved Sebastian so much, and she supported his career too. She's like, nope, you're going to do music. That's fine. Let's do it. I'll pay for it. And she did.
That's
she
great.
Supported everything for him. Nope, my baby said he needs a guitar pedal.
Oh,
what?
wow.
Okay, go get him guitar pedals.
Plus, whenever I was doing my homework, she would let me just use the phone while and not do my homework, and we'll just like tell my mom that we couldn't do it at all.
Yeah, they waited for me till the end. So they had their own little conniving relationship behind my back. It's like, Grandma, I don't want to do my homework. It's okay, baby. Don't do your homework. Wait till your mom gets here. She can help you. I don't do that. I'm like, she didn't do that even when I was little.
It changes, I think, when they're
No,
grandparents.
she tried to help me.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. My mother tried to help me, but I had to have a conference when I was in kinder with the principal and the assistant principal with my mom.
Right.
Because she did the homework wrong in helping me. And I said, look, can you please ask her not to help me? And they were like, oh my goodness, yes, Taylor, you would have her call a conference. So my mom was called into her own meeting where she was
my
reprimanded
gosh.
for helping me because I said, I don't need your help. I'm good. I can do this on my own.
But the fact is that she was actually helping,
Oh, yeah,
and I can
she
see
was.
that you do a lot for him. The very first conversation that me and you had in reference to Bash was, you know, what all does Bash do? Because he does a lot of things, and you
He does.
immediately went off and said, you know, he books his own shows, he plays the guitar, he's a singer, he's a writer, he's a this, he's a that, which I think, and I applaud, I think it's amazing that you have been able to raise a child that is 10 years old and that is so talented in many ways.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. He is very talented, and I love him so much. And I mean, he's the only one I have. I mean,
Awesome. Lots of focus.
Yes,
Lots of
all the
focus.
focus is on
So now we're going to actually bring Bash into the conversation, even though he's very antsy to talk to us, right, Bash?
he's been moving around this whole time. Sit up straight, babe.
Bash, so I have a couple of questions for you, right? First of all, why do you like music so much? Where do you think that came from?
I just thought it was inspiring. I thought it was fun, so I wanted to try it, and then it turns out it was fun, but it also helped me learn a lot in school, like how to read better and all those kinds of things.
Poetry.
And
Oh, he
poetry.
does poetry too? No
That's how he
way.
can learn to write his music.
Oh, wow. What about the fact that you are very different from other kids? I think that we talked about how you are an individual that can play a guitar and sing and do all these things, and the other kids in your school are like, wow, that's pretty amazing. Does that get you excited that other students are happy to see that you do things that are very, very different from them?
Yes, and I also wanted to do like a concert like in front of the whole entire school. So bad. Since I've gotten guitar pedals, I've been wanting to do that for a while now.
How exciting is it for you to actually go out and perform?
So much fun.
How? Tell us. What's the experience like? I mean, you're only 10 years old. You know, this is all new to you.
Well, since I've done so many gigs, like since I've done my first ever ukulele recital, I was nervous, so nervous, until like after I finished the song, I just went off the stage as fast as I can because I just got so nervous, and I was like, I just don't want to be up here. I'm just like, bye.
But now, is it different?
Yes.
How is it different? Tell us that story.
Well, from the past and now, I talk to people and like telling them what song is this. I tell them my name, my Instagram. Also give them out merchandise. So it's pretty cool from this day to do gigs.
How do you
Do
feel
you
when
like
you perform?
meeting people?
Yes, I like meeting new people. I like to meet people who actually follow me and come to see me. It's just like my supporters.
What do you like about it? Do you like the conversations you have? Do you like just meeting people?
It's the conversations after, like I get questions of like what are you gonna do now after you finish this? And I just like say, I'm just gonna go home and relax, just sit
I'm
on
going to
the
go
couch.
kick it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
When you talk to the people, do you feel like you make a really close connection with these individuals, or is it more like, oh, hey, hello, how are you doing, and then goodbye, and that's the end of it?
Honestly, I really don't think about it, but I just feel like I just get like really connected to these people because of how they come up to me and talk to me, because I think that they really like me and how I sing.
I agree with that because I have actually watched you perform, in videos, which is really, really cool, because I'm amazed at the fact that somebody 10 years old can do the things that you do. How exciting is it to actually perform for you?
Repeat that question.
How exciting is it for you to perform? Are you like, yeah, let's get this on?
Yes.
Or are you one of those really kind of slow, calm guys?
No, that's not me. I'm like heavy rock.
Yeah?
Heavy rock. I like to jump around, go crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that interesting to you?
Honestly,
You just have a lot of energy? Or
yes, I just get a lot of energy when I'm there. I'm just like, all right, people, let's make some noise.
Really?
All that kind of stuff.
How cool is that? One of the things that you said that you would do for us as a favor is that you would sing a song. What song are you going to sing for us?
I'm going to sing Rockstar by the Lucha Lucha.
Awesome. Can't wait to hear it. So
Me
let's
too.
get you prepared.
All right, let's do that.
Let's get that equipment in here, roadies.
I'm listening to Blink. My guitar, I learned to play. Basic case in all the days. And just like Bart, he used to say, 16 hell such better days. Always had him singing like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like whoa, whoa,
So it's been very exciting to have you here talking to us about what an amazing child he is and the talents that he has. How do people get in touch with you?
So in order to book Bash and all his gigs, they can follow us on Instagram at bash.rivera. Or if they want, they can also call me by cell phone. My listing number is on there on his Instagram page. So we're available. He's ready to book his own gigs still and finish out the year.
Finish out the year with maybe a new song?
Oh, possibly a new song, an own individual.
I've never thought of that.
As you're working on one, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, little by little. And that's what the whole show is about, us sitting here and trying to get these creative people, no matter what the age, no matter what they do. Because I feel that it's all connected, interconnected between art, creativity, and whatever you're doing. You could be the CEO of a company or a 10-year-old child playing music.
Absolutely.
And that's what this show is about, just being meeting amazing people all over the place.
No, and thank you for having us. We really do appreciate it.
I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Hopefully you guys can come back when he's a little bit older and we can talk a little bit further. But I want to thank you guys for joining us once again. My name is Miguel Valenzuela. And if you guys want to contact me, if you guys know anybody who's interesting and exciting, you guys can contact me at mvalen31@epcc.edu. Also look us up on YouTube and on Instagram. Thank you very much, and we'll see you guys next time.